Hey guys, today I'm going to be telling you the 5 things I learned while making I Heard. So, number 1. So the first tip is be open to rewrites. When you're going through the whole, filmmaking process, you're going to have other ideas that come to you. I would say you want to try and entertain those ideas. If you think that it's going to actually make the movie better, you may want to just rewrite some parts of the script. Even if it pushes you back a little bit, what comes out in the end might actually be better than what you originally wrote. Tip number 2. Tip number 2, lights. If you don't light the scene well enough, your footage is going to come out really grainy, especially when you add on a color grade that actually ends up making it darker. That just leads to a whole other mess of problems with trying to match the color correction throughout the entire movie, and it's just a pain. So really, if you have lights available, try to light the scene as well as you can. Tip number 3. So the third tip is transitions. Now I'm not talking about like cross dissolves or any type of dissolves. Basically what I mean by this is that you want to think how one shot is going to flow into the next shot. That seems kind of obvious, but there will be some times where you're shooting one thing and, like, for example, if I was picking up something and I have it here, and then in the next shot it's like over here, you want to have some sort of shot in between there to really show the audience, like, hey, this is what happened. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is try to shoot in a favorable environment. If at all possible, try not to shoot outside or like at night, like the entire time, because it just puts a lot of stress on you, and it can also put a lot of stress on your crew and the cast. So you don't really want to, you want to try and eliminate as much stress as you can. So if at all possible, try not to shoot in an environment like this where there's motorcycles and I'm outside and it's dark and there's potential for wind. It's really not a good environment. So tip number 5. Tip number 5 is don't be afraid to be stern with the cast. They know that you're there to get the film done as quickly as possible. And they know that you're not trying to waste their time or anything. And sometimes when you're on set, like for this one, for example, I would get off topic with the rest of the cast, and we'd all start talking about something, and then I remembered, like, oh, I gotta get this done because I've had the lights going on the whole time, the battery's almost dead. So try to just get through things as quickly as you can. Don't necessarily have to rush, and you don't necessarily have to completely put out those moments. But it's okay to be stern with the cast and say, hey, it's time to get back on track. So yeah, just try to keep the crew on task. That way you can get the film done as quickly as you can. So yeah, that was my 5 things I learned while making I Heard. Hope you guys are ready for the next thing.
Oh, I start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
I'll start the...
Okay, we're on our way. Turn off the lights. Hi.
Just please hurry.
What the fuck just happened? Should we call the cops?
No, we can't.
Why?
That guy with the shotgun, his name is Frank. And we...
Fuck!
Sorry. He's into some really weird stuff, like dominatrix type stuff.
What the fuck? What do you think happened?
Can I get help? I'm starting my car. I think the battery's dead.
Yeah, here.